And now, MCI, Academy of the Arts, Sciences, Skincare, and Hair Removers. All inventions may apply. Get your degree at the School of Mega Millions Selling Stuff.
Well, you know, John, every week we take a portion of our show to teach inventors, talk about the industry, talk about things that are new and exciting, and how we can assist. And we met, I don't know, Annette and Tim Deichman and Annette Colbin, we met these guys. They have something called the Inventors Action Program. And we were talking for, I guess, a few months now. These guys are so much in line with our line of thinking because, you know, one of the things that John and I always talk about on the radio program is we don't like to see inventors being taken advantage of.
And it happens a lot.
Oh my gosh, every single day. Yesterday we talked to, every day, I can say this, every single day we hear an inventor. We interact with thousands of them and people who just get their money taken for nothing, right? And we always try to stress to everybody, you got to stop. You got to learn. You got to educate yourself. You've got to really take the time to have your best shot. And these guys at the Inventors Action Program, Annette and Tim, have come up with a program that does exactly that. It really is, it's the best example of what we've been talking about for a long time. So let's welcome Annette and Tim to the program. Guys, welcome to MCI.
Hey, thanks.
Hi.
So listen, I've got your program. You've come up with this this action program. Describe it to everybody what it is and how it helps the inventor.
Well, basically, it's a 10-step program that we've laid out to help inventors go through all of the process and the different stages so that they can learn as they go and they can make educated decisions while they're bringing their invention to life.
Now, do you have to basically? You don't have to know what their invention is. This is a step that any inventor, any kind of invention, could go through.
Absolutely, that's what's so fantastic about this. We're not an invention submission company or a company that asks you to submit your idea and then for a fee, and then we'll assess it. Instead, what we do is we give inventors the tools and the knowledge they need to do it on their own, and that seemed to be the missing hole that we found out there. Given our background, we are both in the 3D printing business. So we too, like you guys, talk to inventors every day, and we hear the exact same stories that you're hearing. And we really were feeling for these people. And what they needed was information, and we couldn't provide that in just a 2 or 5 minute phone call.
Yeah, we felt over the years we've been, talking to people and trying to help them and giving them like 5-10 minutes here and there, and they were so grateful with the information that we were giving them. We were like, how can we, help more people on a larger scale and give them more information?
So let's walk through this. I've just invented the greatest garlic cutter on the face of the earth. I'm so excited. I've got it drawn, and I made myself a rough little made out of wood prototype, and I'm cutting garlic, and I want to get it to market. Except I just don't know what to do. So I find the Inventors Action Program. Describe to me what I'm what am I going to get here? So walk me through. Here I am with my great invention. Walk me through with what I'm getting here with this Inventors Action Program.
Well, within the program, there's 10 printed booklets, actually, that you can work through. So what you would do is we have a certain process that we believe that you can follow, even if you've started with a prototype first, or maybe you've done some research on a patent or whatever. We kind of like to point everybody back into the beginning, where we believe people should start, and that's with a basic research section.
So I've got the book right here. It's called Basic Research.
Really good sense of what else is out there that could be like your product, maybe is like your product.
Okay.
What is your potential to make money on this idea? Because everybody wants to make money with their invention. Even nonprofit opportunities, you still need to make money with it. So you like to pay the website or for whatever your hard costs are. So doing that basic research is an ideal starting point because you're going to really get a sense of where your invention would fit into the marketplace, what you could be doing to make it happen, and then later on, as you progress through each of these stages, this information is really going to be beneficial to you if you get to that stage where you have to do a business proposal.
So where did you find all this information?
Investors, even if you're just selling it to one customer, you really have to have an understanding of who they are.
So basic research, number one. Then the next step is I'm looking at this thing called how to protect, basic steps to protect your invention. That's number 2, right?
Yeah, basically we, instead of going right away, like a lot of people do, and get their, go for a patent and try to get their idea patent to protect themselves, we kind of have a different way to go about it that we feel if you do it correctly, it's like a lot smarter and you don't spend a lot of money up front. One of the things that I've come across over time working with people in new inventions is they'll come to me, and I do some design work as well, and they'll come to me and say, hey, this is what we've got. We've got a patent for this product that we've been working on. So now we want you to make it actually work. Problem with some situations is, you come with your, you've got your idea, you know exactly, the way it's set up in the patent, but when you start designing these things, sometimes the design doesn't really match what your idea was that you put down on your patent. So in cases like that, some people jump ahead of the game. So that's another reason why we like to do this in this step. So even if you have your prototype, and even if you have all these other, a lot of these things that you think you've done, we like for people to start at the beginning and kind of work through it. It should be fairly quick if you've done this stuff and you've done it correctly.
This is the perfect course for an inventor trying to find their way. I'm looking at the books right now, John. I've got, right here in front of me. It's like a course. It's like a college course. Basic research, basic steps to protect your invention. Thorough research is the book number 3. Then they talk about partnerships, because my gosh, we get that question all the time. I was just on the phone just a minute ago with a guy. We were talking about who they could partner with. Prototyping. I mean, we get that. How do you get your prototype? Manufacturing and pricing.
So basically, no matter where I am in my inventive process, I can at least go back and check my work to make sure I did everything right.
Yeah,
right?
It's a great 10-step program. I'm looking at this book called Legally Protecting Your Invention, then Presenting Your Invention, and Marketing and Selling Your Invention, and finally Money, Financing, and Investors. I mean, this is this is the first time in 4.5 years we've been on My Cool Inventions that we've actually held in our hand a complete course.
True. How many times have we talked about that, though? We needed that there has to be some kind of booklet or some avenue, some way that they can actually find it and use it. I mean,
we've actually it's funny that Annette and Tim came along because how many times in the MCI Academy we talked about how to price your product, right? Yeah. And how to we are always talking about how to present your product, because we get the inventor to pitch the product all the time every 60 seconds. This is the first time I've seen it assembled in a really great, comprehensive, easy to use manner. And if I was an inventor, which I am, and I'm looking at this right now, my advice is that this actually gives the inventor the security they need, the knowledge they need, kind of the roadmap that no inventor has. I mean, we were at the Chicago Houseware Show. We're talking to inventors, and Annette and Tim, everybody we talked to down there, was 60 inventors we talked to personally. Everyone, they all need a roadmap. And it's funny, I don't know if you've had this experience, but we just had the lady Russie on with the Reliolite. I mean, I'm sure she went through a lot of trials and tribulations to find the roadmap to getting from here to there.
And you guys have it.
Do you guys get the same sort of feedback when they call you, that inventors have these great ideas, but they just don't know how to get it to market, how to get from here to there?
That's exactly what happens, because being in sales for 3D printing, that's all I do all day is answer the phones and emails and questions. And that's what people are looking for. Unfortunately, sometimes people only know what they know. So they think, okay, I'm going to start with a prototype or I'm going to get a patent. But they don't know all of the other things that they really should be doing. And when I spend the time on the phone, and Tim has spent a lot of time with different inventors, the gratitude that we get from them is so fulfilling that it really inspired us to make something that's easy to follow, has information in it that you can really use, that's valuable, and we laid it out in a way so that you can fill in the blanks and keep yourself on track and on course, because as you guys know, I'm sure, when it comes to inventing, everybody has an opinion or where you should start or what you should do next. With this, you can sort of track and see what you're doing and then make sure that you're staying on course.
The great thing about it is, too, you can keep that information within the booklet.
Right. So it's all you have it all in one place. So if I'm an
inventor, you can reference back to it at a later time. So it's nice and organized.
We have also digitally, we have some extra printouts that you can do. We have profit calculators, which we custom made in there. So because we couldn't find any place online or anywhere where you could just type your numbers in and it would spit out for you, so you can do your math.
So
we also have a customizable non-disclosure agreement in there as well that we had our patent lawyer draft up for us. And it was really amazing because we receive hundreds of non-disclosure agreements.
Yeah.
I fully understand a non-disclosure agreement. There's 3 or 4 key things in an NDA that makes all the difference between a strong and a weak one. And since doing this, I guess it's in the last 2 or 3 years, I haven't seen one non-disclosure agreement, and that includes some really big companies.
So we're running out of time. We got 60 seconds left. So what you've done here, you're going to save the inventor a ton of money because they've got non-disclosure agreements and stuff. So if I'm an inventor, how do I get a hold of this Inventors Action Program? What do I have to do to get it?
Well, if you go to our website at the www.inventionhelpsite.com, you can go to our website, explore that. Also online there, we have an ebook that you can download for free that also has some pretty valuable information.
So what's the website again?
For success.
So what's the website again? It's very important. We have to mention it a couple times. What's the website again?
It's www.inventionhelpsite.com.
So www.inventionhelpsite.com. That's www.inventionhelpsite.com. This is important. If you're an inventor out there or you know an inventor, go to that website, get the free stuff, read more about it, and get this Invention Action Program. It's going to help. Thanks, guys.